Book 8 of the Aeneid starts out talking about Turnus. Turnus is the king of an army who is picking a fight with the Trojans. Meanwhile, while Aeneas is asleep, he is visited by the god of the Tiber River, Tiberinus. Tiberinus tells him that Aeneas will find a sow under a tree. However, this isn't a normal sow. It's a white one, and she's got 30 piglets. If he sees this, then it's a sign that Ascanius will establish Albalon. He also tells Aeneas that he should meet up with the Arcadians, who are also waging a war against Latium. He tells them, lastly, to try to get onto Juno's side. Aeneas wakes up. He prays to the gods for their help. Aeneas and his troops sail along the Tiber River. It's a struggle, but finally they come to find the white sow and 30 pigs that Tiberinus told him about. Aeneas decides that in order to get onto Juno's side, he should sacrifice the pigs to her. Aeneas and his troops find out that they're actually in Arcadia and are greeted by the prince of that land, Pallas. Pallas decides to go get his father, who is the king of Arcadia. Aeneas asks for Evander's help in fighting Turnus, telling him that they have family ties and that the gods sent oracles to Aeneas so that he would find Evander and Arcadia. Evander accepts Aeneas' offer and invites him to a feast. During the feast, Evander tells Aeneas about Caucus. Caucus was a part-human monster who terrorized the Arcadians. Finally, Hercules came and defeated Caucus. Because the Arcadians are so grateful to Hercules, they decide to worship him. The feast that they are at right now is in honor of Hercules. On their way back to the city from the feast, Evander tells Aeneas about the history of their land and shows them important places in Arcadia. These things will become important in later Roman history and myth. Meanwhile, Venus is concerned about her son Aeneas. She convinces her godly husband, Vulcan, to fashion some armor for her son. Next day, Evander and Pallas tell Aeneas and his right-hand man, Achates, that the Arcadian army might not be enough to defeat Turnus. They tell them about the Etrurians. The Etrurians were once ruled by an evil dictator, Mezentius. After the Etrurians got sick of dealing with Mezentius, they threw him out. But Turnus took Mezentius in. The Etrurians wanted to fight Turnus right away, but were given a sign that told them that they would only win if they were led by a foreign commander. Since Aeneas is both foreign and a commander, Evander and Pallas thought that he might be just the guy the Etrurians were looking for. The Etrurians agree to help Aeneas. Loud clashing is heard from the sky. Aeneas rides off. On his way out, Venus comes and gives Aeneas the armor and the shield that Vulcan had made. Aeneas is especially impressed by the shield, which is etched with scenes from Roman history, which he doesn't understand. This is because these things will happen in the future.